now request Dr. Raji Yerevdekar, Provost, Faculty of Medical and Health Sciences, Symbiosis International University, to kindly accompany our distinguished dignitaries onto the dais. We are honored to invite Dr. Dilip Maisekar, Director, Directorate of Medical Education and Research, Government of Maharashtra, Professor Dr. S.P. Muzumdar Sir, Founder, President, Symbiosis, and Chancellor, Symbiosis International University.
Lieutenant General M.A. Tutakne Sir, Advisor, Medical Projects, Symbiosis International University, and former Vice Chancellor, Symbiosis International University, Dr. Praveen Shingare, Medical Advisor, Symbiosis Medical College for Women and Symbiosis University Hospital and Research Center, and Dr. Vidya Yerevdekar, Pro-Chancellor, Symbiosis International University, Principal Director, Symbiosis. With great honor, I now request Dr. Rajiv Yerevdekar Sir to kindly deliver the welcome address.
Well, I don't know whether it's the welcome address. Yeah, welcome address, but for the valedictory function because I've already interacted with you all yesterday. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to this final session of SYMHEALTH 2023. The theme of SYMHEALTH 2023 was an integrative approach to healthcare through a stakeholder collaboration and a futuristic approach. So there was one word which defines SYMHEALTH 2023, which spoke of an integrative, collaborative, and a symbiotic approach. If you see the audience, sir, Dr. Dilip Maisekar, sir, the audience consists of students and representatives from all states of India. From the Far East, we have got Dr. Urja. Dr. Urja, can you identify yourself? You are from Nagaland. Please be there. From the West, we've got Ms. Shubhra Pandey. Can you identify yourself? From the North, we've got from the J&K, Sidevinu Solo. Can you identify yourself? And from the South, Tamil Nadu, we've got Jhansi Rani and Dr. Madhubala. So you can't have a better conglomeration of students who foster an interdisciplinary and integrative approach coming from the four corners of the country. And this is Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, this is Symbiosis. Please be seated. And SYMHEALTH 2023 has been successful to a modest extent in getting all stakeholders from different corners of the country to have meaningful interactions, whether it's through the academic sessions, and we had a plethora of academically rich, scintillating sessions from very stalwart speakers over the 2 days. And one of the dimensions which came out, sir, was speaking, Dr. Vivek Singh just in the penultimate session prior to the valedictory spoke about health as a human right, and there was some dialogue between the audience and Dr. Vivek Singh, and it bordered on to women's rights being protected. Notwithstanding the controversies discussed, not getting into the nitty-gritties of what was discussed, at Symbiosis, we do cherish and respect the integrity of women more. Of course, all our staff. And it was but coincidental, sir, that just this morning, I had an interaction with one of my lady staff members who had an unpleasant patient experience. The patient was a political, apparently self-styled, self-claimed political bigwig, throwing his weight around, and needless to mention, befitting the prototype role and image of a politician, he had few chains of gold around his neck, was flaunting at least 3 to 4 mobiles, one of which was obviously too costly to be mentioned here. And my lady staff did not have a pleasant encounter with him. And then I interacted with her and told her that Symbiosis is committed to protecting your self-respect and your dignity. And you don't bother about what the political man said, about what action he would take and why he was a disgruntled soul. And this lady staff, whose confidentiality I will preserve, wrote me such a nice message, and I will take the liberty of reading out that message. I am very thankful to you, sir, for your assurance and your complete support to me in this uncomfortable situation. I was distressed, but your kind words have totally calmed me down. Your zero tolerance policy gives us women the courage to handle tricky and intimidating situations like the one I face today. It speaks volume of the dignity that you accord to your faculties, especially women. In most institutions where I have worked, powerful people are shielded. This was the first time I saw the reverse. I am very proud and happy to work in this esteemed institution and hope to work diligently to uplift its values. Thank you, sir. It's not what she has praised me or the institution. It's the zero tolerance policy and the values for which Symbiosis stands, and the respect and the dignity we accord to each of our staff members, especially women. And no doubt, we therefore have a Symbiosis Medical College exclusively for women. More about it probably in sir's words later. And the 2 days, sir, that we have had discussions and deliberations have thrown open aspects, dimensions, thought process beyond healthcare alone. We had Dr. Anupam Sibal speaking about the attitude of gratitude, counting on our blessings, being thankful for what we have rather than cursing and lamenting what we don't have. He also shared with us a case study which depicted in no uncertain terms a never say die attitude of a patient whom he had treated, who later on went on to become and is today a serving member of the Apollo family, a doctor. And Dr. Sanjeev Singh this morning, who spoke very brazenly about the calamities which he has faced in his personal life, and he had the courage to share the travails which none other than his better half is facing. Today probably is also a day where every speaker demonstrated commitment. We had Vivek Singh, who landed here at 4 o'clock in the morning from Madrid and drove straight down. We have Mr. Mudit, who spoke about healthcare startups. When his wife was in labor, and he managed to be here rather than being with his wife. I don't know whether his wife is going to be forgiving. Sanjeev Singh, who spoke about having lost his father just a few days back, and before completing the rituals, was here just because he had committed. And probably this commitment is DNA to Symbiosis. Otherwise, we wouldn't have had this young gentleman of 88 years being on stage as the father of the Symbiosis family at a time when he could have enjoyed his afternoon nap. A round of applause for sure. Congratulations to you students for having passed out and come out with having completed the various distance education programs. Whether they are diploma or certificate programs, it shows, as I said, your commitment to a professional upgradation. And I'm sure you will imbibe much more as family members now of the Symbiosis family, as proud alumni of the Symbiosis family, virtues which were shared by the eminent speakers today. And probably before I sign off, I would be failing in my duty if I don't appreciate the yeoman hard work put in by each and every member of the Symbiosis Open and Digital Learning, School of Open and Digital Learning, whether it's Dr. Parimala, Dr. Sanika, Dr. Neha, Dr. Preeti, and all of them who have been supported by all the staff members of the Symbiosis, Faculty of Medical and Health Sciences, and who have helped make SYMHEALTH 23 a memorable experience. I wish you all the very best, and thank you and congratulations again.
Thank you, sir, for taking us through a snapshot of events of SYMHEALTH 2023. I now request Professor Dr. S.B. Muzumdar, sir, to felicitate our guest of honor, Dr. Dilip Mahisekar, Director, Directorate of Medical Education and Research, Government of Maharashtra. sir.
We are privileged to have amongst us today Dr. Vidya Ravdekar, ma'am, Pro-Chancellor, Symbiosis International University, Principal Director, Symbiosis. If you educate a man, you educate an individual. But if you educate a woman, you educate a nation. We are privileged to have amongst us today one such powerhouse, Dr. Vidya Ravdekar, ma'am, who's ranked number 14 among India's top 25 powerful women and is committed to shaping Indian higher education globally through her extensive work in the field of internationalization of higher education. Dr. Vidya is known for carrying forward her father's legacy and has an excellent connection with today's youth through her student-centric initiatives. With great pleasure, I now invite Dr. Vidya Ravdekar, ma'am, to address the gathering.
The Chancellor of this university, Dr. S.B. Muzumdar, sir. The chief guest for this afternoon's function, Dr. Maisekar, the Director of DMER, Government of Maharashtra, Dr. Rajiv, three distinguished professors, Dr. Shingare, Dr. Tutakne, and my surgery teacher, Dr. Arun Jamkar, Dr. Sanjay Gupte, again, our teacher from BJ Medical College, the Dean of the Medical College, other faculty members, directors of various institutions, and delegates who have gathered here in large numbers. I should have come yesterday for the inaugural, but I'm sure I couldn't come because the inaugural was shortened. You all were more busy in lectures, and when I saw the number of sessions that you all had, it was really mind-boggling. I think Rajiv tried to put in as much possible in 2 days, and I'm sure you're very thankful because it's a great return on investment for all of you who have come from faraway places to attend this conference. For me, it's like life coming to a full circle. I still remember 25 years ago when Rajiv, Dr. Alka, who's the director of the Symbiosis Center for Healthcare, and I would sit and plan for this 2 days conference. At that point in time, it was like a graduation ceremony for the students who did medico-legal systems and the postgraduate diploma in hospital and healthcare management, both distance learning programs. And I remember it used to be in the small healthcare center set up on Senapati Wapat Road with all of us filling in the delegate bags, trying to book hotels, transport. And it was almost like a wedding, your daughter's wedding that you were actually preparing for. But now Rajiv has several hands and, it's become a large faculty of medical and health sciences. And therefore, I think the magnanimity of what happened 25 years ago, today you can see in this beautiful surroundings of the Symbiosis International University campus, this conference is hosted, and delegates from faraway places, and as Rajiv very rightly said, from all the four corners of India and many from abroad are here today. Life has come to a full circle for another thing. We started our healthcare journey with Symbiosis through the Symbiosis Center for Healthcare in 1997. To start off with a small healthcare center, as you saw in the film, to a medical college for women and a 900-bedded hospital is something that I'm sure we couldn't have imagined. It was the imagination of our founder, President, Dr. Muzumdar, and therefore none of us who were anyways associated with Symbiosis, who came from the medical domain, would have ever imagined that Symbiosis would set up a medical college. More so when Rajiv was on the Medical Council of India and the Board of Governors, he would in fact shun this idea away from both sir and me to tell us that never ever start a medical college. But it was the Anandi Gopal movie that inspired Dr. Muzumdar, and now you can see this beautiful medical college with a 900-bedded hospital that we run totally free. In fact, 750 beds are run totally free with a OPD of more than 1,000 patients, a huge IPD with almost a staff of 1,000. I don't know how the Dean of the Medical College, the medical superintendent, and Dr. Rajiv managed this. But for all of you as healthcare professionals, I'm sure this is something that you can come and experiment. From something that was started as a healthcare center to having grown into a medical college, I think this itself is like a startup in the healthcare domain that Symbiosis has done. If you really write the history of from 1997 till date, I'm sure the journey was not easy. It was challenging, but a very, very satisfying journey. Over the last 2 days, when I went through the sessions, they were extremely informative. And at times when we were students, medical students or postgraduate students, or even after we had passed out of post-graduation, the only thing that came to our mind was private practice. There was nothing like institutional practice. In fact, there were only medical college teachers who were attached to the so-called institutions, which were hospitals attached to medical colleges. There were hardly any tertiary care hospitals, at least in the city of Pune, other than Ruby Hall and Jahangir, and maybe one or two more, or Pune Hospital. But all of us actually aspired to set up our own nursing homes. And therefore, whether it was the art of management, whether it was managing human resource or managing finances, entrepreneurship, which was built into every medico when he or she passed out, it just came and we just started doing things as we felt. But now more and more doctors joining institutional hospitals, more and more doctors wanting to learn more about management, human resource, finance, and entrepreneurship, and even operations. I think it's a totally different discipline, which earlier was not. So healthcare has become a totally different discipline, not just limiting itself to medicine and nursing and paramedical, but much beyond. And I'm very happy that doctors and healthcare professionals are trying to gain as much knowledge as possible, and that you can see with the 1,000 plus people who have gathered here trying to learn much beyond what they've learned in their disciplines. Symbiosis is an organization which is ever growing. Dr. Parimala, who's sitting here as the director of the Symbiosis School of Online and Digital Learning, will provide all of y'all many more opportunities of learning through the online and hybrid programs that we have envisioned at Symbiosis. So even if you are a healthcare professional and maybe you want to learn other disciplines, ranging from not just the disciplines of management and law, which are much closer to the field of medicine that we want to learn, but just as a passion, if you want to learn international studies or media and communication, journalism or whatever, that's now possible because online education is something that the government of India has been promoting, and more specifically for universities like Symbiosis, which is in the top listed universities as a category 1 university, the government of India encourages such universities to start online programs. So I'm sure the horizon is very large. For all of you, you need not limit your domain of knowledge to just the domain of healthcare, but try and work beyond what healthcare is all about or what your own domain is all about. As we always tell our students, think out of the box, try and get more of the liberal education that you can. I'm sure it's as applicable to each one of us as what it is applicable to students. And here is a university that can provide you with this liberal education. With these few words, I once again thank you for being here for the last 2 days. I'm sure your stay has been memorable on this beautiful campus, and I hope that we see you more and more often at this campus of Symbiosis. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your indispensable thoughts.
Dr. Dilip Maisekar, a well-known pulmonologist and former acting dean of Dr. Shankar Rao Chauhan Government Medical College, Nanded, is known for his vision that brought total change to the system of Maharashtra University of Health Sciences. During his tenure as Vice Chancellor, he was given special appreciation by the Honorable Governor of Maharashtra and has now taken over as Director, Directorate of Medical Education and Research, Government of Maharashtra. Sir has been a member of various reputed bodies such as the Medical Council of India, New Delhi, as a Government of India nominee, a National Medical Council, New Delhi, as advisor, the Admissions Regulatory Authority, Government of Maharashtra, the Central Monitoring Committee under the Biomedical Waste Management Rule, Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, and was the Governing Council member at the All India Institute of Medical Sciences, New Delhi. Sir, for the first time, has introduced the ranking system for the colleges with health sciences courses. He is also recognized for his immense contribution towards competency-based medical education. With immense gratitude, I take the opportunity to invite Dr. Dilip Maisekar, sir, to address the gathering.
Good evening. Namaskar. On the dais, respected Dr. S.B. Muzumdar, sir, my friend Dr. Rajiv Ervedekar ji. It is a very coincidence on dais today that after Rajiv Ervedekar, I succeeded in the Medical Council of India as elected member. After that, I continued till 21. Then Dr. Mrs. Vidya Ervedekar on dais, Dr. Shingare sir, my teacher, my mentor. He is also ex-director of medical education, and very fortunate that with all his blessing and everything, I also became the director of medical education. This third coincidence is that Dr. Arun Jamkar sir is here. He is my teacher, he is from my place, native, and I succeed him as a vice chancellor after his tenure. Dr. Tutkane sir on dais, all respected faculties, those who have contributed for this workshop, all the participants, and all the delegates. I am really proud to be here on the dais for this function of valedictory function. The thing is that I have gone through all the workshop details and everything. I feel that regarding my that the conference of SYMHEALTH 23 organized by the Faculty of Medical and Health Sciences, Symbiosis Industry, the purpose of this conference is stakeholder engagement for the integrated healthcare subject and has been catch up by the Symbiosis International Unity. The topics which were discussed over 2 days of academic schedule through 3 weeks, through 3 tracks that were mainly focusing on the nutrition and dietetics, precision of the nutrition, the way forward the personalized nutrition, medical values of the rivals, opportunities for India, effective healthcare communication, regulatory landscape for the pharmaceutical industries, emerging trends in clinical trials are an excellent one, and is the need of the time to discuss the topics on such a platform. This will be for the faculty for the doctors also, for the paramedicals also, and those who are contributing for the health also. These topics which are covered about this conference of people's are interest at the time. Same time, these are the healthcare provided interests. The COVID era in India country has provided a high quality of healthcare in the form of establishing COVID centers and availability of doctors, nurses, oxygen, and drugs. That's why we are able to successfully tackle such a devastating pandemic after Spanish flu that is occurred after 100 years prior. Because our model in the COVID, even with not knowing any drugs, not knowing the vaccines, we are handling excellently by the government of India, and we are very proud feeling that the government of India, all the Maharashtra and all the states, they have contributed very well for the treatments of the COVID. That too after 100 years of Spanish flu. And this was the first time we are facing, at least in my lifetime, I am the first which I have seen that devastating this infectious disease pandemic that has occurred. So this, my contribution to saying this is that this workshop has delighted that what are the things of the and needs of the time going to be in the future in a medical sector, in a paramedical sector, which will lead this country in a various aspects. India was the second and now the first largest country in the world in the terms of population, largest democracy and the fastest growing economy, that too. So it becomes necessary to prioritize the focusing on health sector as it affects the basic limbs of individual. And with the better rapport between authorities in charge and the healthcare providers, India has emerged as a quality healthcare provider in the world. I hope this would have been discussed in the today's topic, health sector reforms and a sustainable development of goals. You see that during the COVID, nobody was knowing, nor the paramedical, nor the medical person, everything what we did and what we lead, that has taken to that we have got the good result. Now we have got that assurance, everyone, that is even the paramedical sector and the medical sector, that what we can do, still we can go more better after knowing all these things. And we could see that we are going to succeed into that. You know that it has been said that in the medical college, now the competency-based curriculum has been started. I am very proud to say you that this competency-based curriculum has been formed when I was the Vice Chancellor of Maharashtra University of Health Sciences during our tenure under the chairmanship of Dr. Khamgaonkar. And that has been accepted by the National Medical Commission. And Maharashtra is the first state to implement the competency-based curriculum. And now there are other 5 states that are coming, but we are the first two. That's what the competencies which has been brought, the actual clinical learnings to start for the student from the first year of the medical. That was the concept behind it. And I think, see everything needs a time to get acceptance. And see, there are always, because it is a medical field, Always there are queries, controversies, and objectionable, but you have to find out the best which out of it is. And that has been accepted. I feel very proud that all the students also, they have accepted this, and I think the best will come definitely. The first batch will come, I think, by 2 years after this. Maharashtra is a progressive and doing a lot of provide quality healthcare through government medical colleges. With the initiative form of our Honorable Minister of Maharashtra for Medical Education, Shri Girish Ji Mahajan, we are undertaking awareness program right from now regarding the, you must have also seen on the TV, we have also seen on the media also, that regarding obesity, thyroid, cancer, breast cancers, etc. And that we are launched actually. Now, up till now, almost 3 sessions have been covered. And I think within 1 year of the time, we'll cover almost number of faculties, and we're reporting the cases also simultaneously. Concept about these getting things are that we want to see that every last patient of this state from the area should get a treatment. Planning about that everyone should get a best treatment, and see that, because you know that the medical treatment is very costly as far as the private sector is concerned, but they have to got their own merits. But the choice is left to everyone. The basic thing is that every common person should get a medical treatment, the concept of it that. I congratulate all the members of organizing committee for all these faculties and the delegates, those who have participated. I think all the delegates which have come from various parts of country, you are very lucky that you have got this first communication, and this will definitely take a good message, take home message that the things are really that we have to go still more ahead. And I think I congratulate this SYMHEALTH University for their wonderful workshop, wonderful these faculties training for the almost, rather than we can say training, because it is only when it is a conference, it is always a renovation of the knowledge. And I think that will definitely help to all the medicals and the paramedicals to take this take-home message that we have to go ahead with still advanced technology. Once again, I congratulate all the SYMHEALTH University faculty, partner, and organizers, and thank you very much for being a part of it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your words of wisdom. Your unwavering spirit compels us to achieve great feats. With innovation in the mind, compassion in the heart, and passion in the belly. A quote we're all familiar with by our founder and president SYMHEALTH and Chancellor, SYMHEALTH International University, Professor Dr. S.P. Muzumdar, sir. It is an honor to have sir, whose presence needs no introduction. Sir set up this multidisciplinary educational complex of repute. Internationalization is in the DNA of SYMHEALTH, and Professor Dr. S.P. Muzumdar, sir, is the visionary who thought of internationalization way back in 1971. Your presence today is indeed a glorious moment. I now request Professor Dr. S.P. Muzumdar, sir, to kindly address the gathering.
Namaste to all of you. Today is a special day for the Faculty of Medicine and Health Sciences, and it must have been 2 significant and enjoyable days for all of you. This conference, which has been organized by the SYMHEALTH, it's a long name. National Conference on Integrated Healthcare Futuristic Approach. I'm really happy that all of you have come together for last 2 days. And as rightly pointed out by Dr. Rajiv, we have participants from different parts of our country, and also some from overseas. I was wondering whether I should call it a conference or a festival. I would prefer to call it a festival because you have not only been listening to the lectures, but you were interacting among yourselves. You were driving, you were walking, you were playing, you were enjoying the nature on the campus. And these 2 days must have been very relaxing days for you. And therefore, Dr. Maisekar, I regard you as chief guest of the festival, which I will call Health Festival. And there are so many stalwarts in the field of medicine and health sciences that at one time I was tempted to address them in general. But as Raju said, symbiosis has an attitude of gratitude. And therefore it is my pious duty to acknowledge the presence of so many stalwarts sitting in the dais, also in the audience. Of course, Dr. Dilip Maisekar, you already heard him and he has been already introduced to you. Or Dr. Vidya, the Pro-Chancellor, Rajiv, of course, who is the spirit behind the whole conference, Lieutenant General Dr. M.E. Tutakni, he is the advisor of the university, but more than that, he was the first Vice Chancellor of Symbiosis International University. Arun Jamkar, he is a distinguished professor and also the former Vice Chancellor of Health Sciences University. Dr. Singare, I will call him Bhishmacharya of medical education. Bhishmacharya because he is respected. He is the senior most. And to the best of my knowledge, he was Director of Medical Research and Education for a long, long period. He is with us. We also have Siddharth Bhattacharya, then Dr. Sanish Davis, Colonel Dr. Kariyappa, Sanjeev Singh, Lalu Joseph, Vivek Singh, and last but not the least, Dr. Sanjay Gupta, who is sitting in the audience and who happens to be my student, favorite student, an intelligent student, and a lovable student at Ferguson College. He, not only he, along with his wife too. Thank you, Sanjay, for coming over here. You might be wondering that since all are the medical doctors, I too am a medical doctor. Nothing wrong. But let me tell you one disclaimer, and that is, except Dr. Mazumdar, all are medical doctors, whereas I am PhD in botany. And therefore, please don't expect from me any advice, any comments on present health, nothing. But one thing I know as a common person. One is, if someone asks me which is the most important thing in my life, money, fame, name, without any hesitation, Dr. Maisekar, I will say health. Because health is the most important thing in anybody's life. Many people say corona dangerous, corona has devastated the world, corona has devastated economy, corona has done havoc in each and every field of humanity. True. Millions of people died. But to me, corona is a teacher also. Corona has taught so many things. And the most important thing that corona has taught is, please take care of your health. Second thing that corona has taught us is uncertainty of life. And third thing is, you should practice little bit of spirituality. So health, uncertainty and spirituality are the lessons taught to us by corona, COVID. And in symbiosis especially, we give tremendous importance to the health of students, health of staff, right from peon to chancellor. And therefore, Dr. Rajiv very often explains or says that Symbiosis International University is a health promotion university. And organizing such conferences is a part of that mission. I am told that this is the 25th conference of this kind that we are holding. And in a way, it is a silver jubilee of the conference organized by our department consecutively for 25 years. I remember in the beginning, the emphasis was on medico-legal aspects of medicine. And in those days, one person, a stalwart, used to be our chief guest, and that was Ram Jethmalani. And Ram Jethmalani, along with Dr. Shena and Dr. Gupte, used to address our doctors. But now, I am glad that Dr. Rajiv has introduced variety in this conference. I do not want to take much of your time. You are eager to receive your certificates. But I must thank Dr. Maisekar for your time and all of you for your attendance. Let us meet again next year. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your insightful views that will surely direct us forward. The SYMHEALTH conference received a total of more than 200 abstracts, out of which 5 were selected for the oral paper presentation and the rest for the poster presentation. The awards for the oral and poster presentations will be announced now. I request our guest of honor, Dr. Dilip Maisekar, sir, Director, Directorate of Medical Education and Research, Government of Maharashtra, to award our oral presentation category winners. The third prize goes to Ms. Surabhi Singh Yadav from Symbiosis Institute of Health Sciences. The second prize goes to Ms. Sukeshni K from Symbiosis School of Biological Sciences. The second prize goes to Ms. Sukeshni K from Symbiosis School of Biological Sciences. And the first prize goes to Dr. Vijaya Kumar from Symbiosis Medical College for Women. Can we have a huge round of applause for all our oral presentation category winners, please?
Thank you, sir. I would now like to request Professor Dr. S.B. Muzumdar, sir, founder and president, Symbiosis and Chancellor, Symbiosis International University, to award our poster presentation category winners. The third prize goes to Ms. Riya Karmarkar, Symbiosis Institute of Health Sciences. Second prize goes to Dr. Shaini Raizada from Symbiosis School of Sports Sciences. And the first prize goes to Ms. Sahara Sarang from Symbiosis School of Biological Sciences. Can we have a huge round of applause for all the poster presentation category winners?
Thank you, sir. Congratulations to all the winners. The efforts and enthusiasm of the rest of the participants are much appreciated. I now take this opportunity to extend our deepest gratitude to respected dignitaries who have graced the occasion with their presence. We also thank the associate partners, press, the electronic media for their support, and the delegates for their participation. Last but not the least, we thank all the faculties of the Institute of Health Sciences and all the committee members for making SYMHEALTH a true success.
We all belong to one nation with diverse cultures, religions, and ethnicities. With freedom in our minds, faith in our words, and pride in our souls, we request everyone to kindly rise for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे